It's time for the first gym leader of the game. This is Falkner. As I said, his levels are much higher here than in the originals. Back then he had a level 7 Pidgey and a level 9 Pidgeotto. Now his Pidgey's level 9 and his Pidgeotto is level 13. This is going to be a bit tougher to deal with. Nonetheless, I think I have a good plan. Pidgey's not that much of a threat. I'm just going to spam Razor Leaf with Chikorita until it dies, but Pidgeotto's going to be the big head honcho of the bunch. This Pidgey, despite being level 9, doesn't have Gust for some reason. Anyway, here we go again. Send attack. Just wonderful. God, I hate that. Anyway, Razor Leaf connects. That's good. So it didn't even need to take any... Yeah, critical. I was wondering if it would be enough to kill it, but critical probably was needed, though. Chikorita level 15 rise. So, now, here it is. Pidgeotto. For this one, I'm going to send out Gastly, so I think you can guess pretty easily what I'm going to attempt here. First things first, I'm going to get a curse in and take 18 damage in the process. There we go. So now Pidgeotto is going to lose a quarter of its HP every turn. Gust does 9 damage. Ouch! I wanted to put it to sleep, but gotta make damn sure Hypnosis connects, else I'm going to be in trouble. There we go. Okay, so Gastly is now safe, so I'm going to take advantage of this to bring Chikorita back in. Yes, I know Gust is probably going to hurt, but what can you do? Besides, there's a silver lining to all this. Gust is a special attack. Pidgeotto's a physical Pokemon, so it's not as bad as it could be. Oh, it woke up already? Oh, man. Oh, well, at least Chikorita's in the critical? God damn it, game! Now, I'm going to be forced to do a synthesis already. So, Gust, come on, please survive. Please? Please hold on with 2 HP! Alright! So, synthesis is going to bring me back up to 22. Okay. And Curse, is it gonna kill it? Is it? Yep! Curse kills Pidgeotto. I didn't even get to land a direct attack on it. It was all Curse. So, the MVP of this battle was obviously Gastly, a Pokemon that was otherwise completely walled by these Pokemon. And I don't know why I read it that way, but I read my dad's demolished bird Pokemon. Well, demolished would be right, because they got defeated by a grass type and a Pokemon that couldn't land a hit on them. So, yeah, pretty humiliating loss. Anyway, I just got the badge that will allow me to command all Pokemon obtained in trades up to level 20. And I can also use Rock Smash outside of battle, which is going to come in handy. So, TM51, this is Roost, a move that is a clone of Recover, essentially, except you lose your flying type until the end of the turn. There's been a slight change of mechanics in Generation 5, though, that is going to make it a little different. I'm gonna explain that when I hit Route 32, because there are going to be some things to take care of first before heading over there. So, next gym is Azalea Town, so that's where we're going to be heading to next. But as I said, a few things to wrap up in Violet City. Won't be long, I promise. I'm going to put Gastly back in the lead, because, well, it's my main fighting Pokemon, like it or not. So, let's head back down there. And, oh yeah, I gotta talk to this guy just to see what he has to say. Keep it up and you'll be the champ in no time at all. Dude, I just beat the lamest gym leader of all time. He's got a Pidgey on his team! Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Professor Elm is calling me because, well, basically he wants me to take care of the egg from the beginning of the game. This egg, if you remember, has a Togepi in it. I have no plans for that Togepi since you can't fully evolve it until the post-game, which is sort of a shame, else it would have been a lock for my team in this game, but I guess, well, I guess I got to deal with it, so I'm just going to heal my Pokemon, and after that I'm going to head to the Pokemon to get that egg. But yeah, if you're wondering why I can't evolve Togetic into Togekiss until the post-game, it's because, well, you can buy shiny stones at the Pokethlon Dome, but only after you've beaten the Elite Four. So, yeah, I guess they wanted the game to be as true to the originals as possible, at least for the first part of the game. I'm going to deposit that Mary, because as I said, I don't need it, and I'm going to need the room in order to actually hatch that Togepi egg, because, well, as I said, I have no use for it, but since I got the egg, well, might as well hatch it. And, oh, speaking of hatching, speaking of the devil, this is the Slugma egg, isn't it? Well, obviously, since the other two are already hatched. And this Slugma is actually going to help me a bit, because its two abilities are Magma Armor and Flame Body, which allow you to hatch eggs faster. So that means this little Togepi is going to come out of its egg a bit faster. So this is the guy I'm supposed to talk to in order to get the Togepi egg. Yes, thank you very much, and it's a real damn shame that it's not an option, because, well, you saw it for yourself, how much ass Togekiss kicked in the Platinum LP, but, sadly, oh god, such a wasted opportunity. Anyway, the thing about this egg is that, they found out that eggs will only hatch if they are in the company of other Pokemon in someone's active party. So this is why they entrusted it to me. But just one question. Why me? I mean, why me and not another trainer? Oh well, I guess there's no use pondering about it. Whatever drives the story forward, I guess. And speaking of driving the story forwards, this woman here is one of the 5 Kimono Girl. And, okay, how does she know that? How does she know all this? Is this written on my forehead or something? Oh well, I guess this sort of thing tends to happen often in RPGs, so whatever. Seems like she has an unhealthy amount of interest in that egg, though. But anyway, this is one of the 5 Kimono Girls. You may remember them from Gold, Silver, Crystal. They had a very, very minor role back then. You just beat them all, and then some guy gave you the Surf HM. However, they're a lot more important in this game. And okay, what does this guy want? Can you get to the point, please? Training at the gym was helpful to a degree. Okay, take this. What's he gonna give me? Oh, it's a Miracle Seed! So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna take that, and give it to my Chikorita, since, well, obviously Gastly can gain no benefit from it, and I haven't totally ditched Chikorita yet. So, there we go. And, by the way, yeah, I was talking about the Kimono Girls. In Gold, Silver, Crystal, they did almost nothing, but in this game, they're a lot more important. They're gonna appear at various points throughout the game, and the fight against them is a lot more important because it's related to actually catching your legendary mascot. And the battles themselves are a lot more annoying. Some people even believe that fighting the Kimono Girls is the hardest part of the game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Why is that? If you're not familiar with the game, well, you'll find out. By the way, there are still only 5 Kimono Girls, even though there are 7 evolutions now, because, well, Leafeon and Glaceon aren't in the Johto deck, so that's why they stay true to the original. Once again, just a pro tip, by the way. From what I remember, Lick is a contact move and Marip has static, so if you use Lick, you have a 30% chance of getting paralyzed yourself. Not a winning deal, so I'm just gonna keep hitting those guys with Nightshade, even though Lick could probably give me the KO in some situations. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about movie 14 giveaways, and there was one that I didn't have the time to bring up due to poor planning on my part. I'm sorry to have interrupted such an important rant right in the middle of it. No, it's not important at all, but I just wanted to talk about it nonetheless. The final giveaway, just like the one involving Reshiram and Zekrom, also depends on your version. White owners are going to obtain a shiny Golurk, while black owners get a shiny Reshiram. And this is the point where I guess white owners must feel like they're being laughed at, because seriously, get a Golurk and they get a Hydreigon. I mean, given the choice between the two, well, give me the Hydreigon, okay, Hydreigon. Now, this is a crossbreed that needs to be drawn. I don't care who does it, it absolutely needs to be drawn. It should be the funniest thing ever. But yes, I'm aware that Golurk has some fans out there, if only because, well, it's just so all over the place, it's so funny. It's like, you got a ground ghost type, okay? Already a very bizarre typing, but then it can fly, and it also has no guard dynamic punch. So, really, there's no real direction, it's just really all over the place, and it's actually pretty hilarious, and I think maybe this is why some people actually like Golurk a lot. And, yeah, on to something else while I have the time, I guess. Pokemon Rumble 2 has been announced a few weeks ago, and the question that everyone was asking was how many Pokemon would be in it? Because the original only had Generation 1 and 4 Pokemon, which led to a pretty hilarious case of Budew and Roserade being there, but not Roselia. Yeah, this really was bizarre, especially since there's a way to sort of evolve your Pokemon there, but Budew doesn't evolve into Roserade, believe me, I tried, so, yeah, Budew's essentially worthless there. Rumble 2 is, at the very least, going to have Pokemon from all the generations, which is very good news since it's going to be a retail game on the 3DS instead of being just 3DSware or WiiWare or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be a retail game on the 3DS. It's all the generations are going to be represented, which means it's likely that all 646 currently officially released Pokemon are going to be in there. So this is very good news because it was sort of annoying to have just barely over half the Pokemon in the original. And they also added a few more modes to probably help relieve the repetitiveness a little, which is sort of a shame because the original Rumble was actually pretty good, but it still sort of got repetitive. But, you know, being repetitive is pretty much the signature of the beat-em-up genre, so, well, at least they're trying to do something to make the game a little more varied, even though the original was a fairly cool game, you know, as far as beat-em-ups go anyway. It managed to implement Pokemon elements pretty well in it, and yeah, it was fun for a while, because as I said, it still managed to get old at some point. So, I'm going to add another trainer to my phone book. There we go. And, wait a minute. Is it me or is the music running a bit slower than usual? Can't really tell for sure, but, whatever. This is the kind of thing that happens sometimes when I have a few other programs open. But I don't have any as far as I can tell. Oh well, doesn't really matter because I'm going to end this part right here anyway once I beat this Ekans. So, next time on Pokemon Soul Silver, we're going to head further down Route 32 and maybe even get to the Union Cave, depending on how quickly it goes. Yes, I know, I forgot an item here. I'm showing it so that I don't get an endless wave of comments about it, and knowing some of you, it's probably already too late. So we got an invisible item, which turns out to be a Hyper Potion. There, you happy now?